Today's video is brought to you by the good people over at TV.com. That is spelled with 2 E's and 3 E's, TEEVEE.com. Head over to my channel through the link in the box for some exclusive video content. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Bed Bath & Beyond removing their black pumpkins from the store due to some outrage that happened in New York. Now, there is a whole lot to quote-unquote unpack here. As the cool kids would say, let's start from the very beginning. How did this happen? What's the big hubbub? What's all the commotion about? What's really going on? Now, apparently, there is a law firm in Rockland County, New York, more specifically Nyack, New York, that had these black Halloween jack-o'-lantern pumpkins outside of their law firm. Now, the pumpkins were black, mostly in the eyes and the mouth that, the cut out or drawn on, whatever it was white. Wilbur Aldridge, the local NAACP director, got offended. He got triggered, and I'll place his statement on the screen before you, talking about you should know by now, you should know better, this is offensive, this, that, and the third. So as a result of that, the news gets involved. They're going to the law firm. They're saying, oh, we're sorry, we removed it right away. But hey, if you go to Bed Bath & Beyond, you can get them right there. We didn't just make them to be blackface. We saw them in the store, brought them to the law firm. But if you go to Bed Bath & Beyond, they're right there. So then Bed Bath & Beyond has been brought into it, and they have to issue a statement, and I'll place that on the screen before you. As a result of this whole kerfuffle, they have been forced to remove their black jack-o'-lanterns because people are offended. Now, my question would be, who is actually offended? Is it the people, or is it just this one individual guy that got social media in the tizzy, that got a local news media involved, that created a PR nightmare for Bed Bath & Beyond? Bed Bath & Beyond does not want a PR incident on their back. They don't want to be accused of being racist. They don't want the far leftist mob on social media to attack them with any kind of boycotts or slanderous statements. So they say, okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and just cut the ties with the black jack-o'-lanterns. Now, here is my personal opinion about it. These are pumpkins, black pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns. This is a Halloween tradition. Normally, you have the typical orange pumpkin. You cut that up into different little faces, funny faces, scary faces, or whatever. It's a Halloween tradition, okay? To have different colors is not a bad thing. It's just a pumpkin. It's like having different color basketball, a different color PlayStation controller, a different color cell phone case. How are you going to sit there and tell me that a jack-o'-lantern that's black is blackface? It's nowhere near the same thing at all. The NAACP guy, Wilbur, he got really offended, really triggered at the fact that the eyes and the mouth were white. It's like, what? I don't understand. So that makes it blackface? To me, I just see high contrast. You have black and then white. It makes it easy to see from further away. Rather than just not having the eyes and mouth be any kind of color, you can't even see it. It defeats the purpose of having the eyes and mouth cut out, okay? Even in the orange jack-o'-lantern, you would have the eyes and mouth be black or some other color that makes it stand out away from the orange. It's just color. It's just art. I mean, it's not anything that deep. And why are the left pretending to care about this? I think the left really should be against this because it paints them to be just totally weak, spineless, that have no joy in their lives, just a joyless life. They got to be against it. If they're not against it, then why would they vote for a guy like Justin Trudeau in Canada who wore blackface for real? Like, I'm talking about his body was painted black. He had all kind of inappropriate things going on to make himself appear to be more black. I'll digress, but you understand what I'm saying? He was really trying to live this blackface life. I'm not offended by that, but those who are offended by the black jack-o'-lantern should most certainly be offended by him. But yet in Canada, where there are no conservatives, really, he was able to get reelected. How? The blackface thing just came out like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but he still got reelected. What's really going on? It's hard for me to tell. If anything, it's a matter of we just have selective outrage. We're getting mad at the black pumpkins, but not at this guy wearing blackface because we like him. I mean, it's really silly, but you know what? I don't understand why anybody would be upset, even if you thought it was making the pumpkin black, because you got so many things that are not black that are changed to black at the behest of the same people that will be against the quote unquote blackface pumpkin. Little Mermaid, anybody? Okay, this was what, a Danish tale from the 1800s. It was always white girl, I think, what, red hair. Now she's a black girl that's celebrated. Oh, we need more inclusion. This, that, and the third. Woo, woo. Okay, so you want more inclusion by Xing out the typically white characters and, X-Men movies, old tales from Europe, 1,000 years ago. For them to turn into black characters is perfectly fine. Okay, but jack-o'-lantern, which is not a human being, it is a pumpkin. It's something that grows from the ground. Okay, vegetable, fruit, whatever it is, it grows from the ground. It's a plant, basically. Somebody cutting into that little funny faces like a monster, a fictional character, to make that thing that is typically orange become black. That's offensive. This is really crazy. I think what you have here is different things kind of converging together and confusion happening as a result. I think people that buy these black pumpkins may want to have more of an Afrocentric feel sometimes. Not everybody. I will get a black pumpkin because I think they look cool. It's something different. I like them just in general. It's not about any kind of racial thing or whatever. But if it was a racial thing, I think some people would buy it because, it's black and, black power. I'm going to have black everything. Okay. But some people would say it's blackface. So when those two kind of intersect, you're going to have something that is just really strange and weird to handle. As I close, I want to say this. Black pumpkins, black fruits, vegetables, trees, herbs, seeds, peanuts, they are not racist, okay? It's simply decoration. Half the time these pumpkins are fake. You're not going to have a real pumpkin sitting outside rotting half the time. It would be a fake pumpkin. It's a decoration. I mean, you got these little black jack-o'-lanterns that kids can have as a thing that they hold their toys in and candy in when they go trick-or-treating. Is that racist too? If a little boy goes out there and wears the costume of a black character while they're not black, is that blackface? I've seen an article that said that before, and that's absurd as well. Oh, because a little girl is white, she can't wear the Moana costume. Really? Or a little boy wearing some kind of, if a little boy is white, he can't put on the Black Panther costume. Really? Maybe the little boy likes the movie Black Panther. He likes the heroes that are in it. The same way when I was a little boy, I loved Ninja Turtles, X-Men, Power Rangers, all that kind of stuff. So if I put on the Wolverine costume or Michelangelo costume, I'm not appropriating turtle culture or appropriating white culture. No, I'm a little boy and I'm dressing as my favorite cartoon character. As simple as that. The pumpkins are just an aesthetic thing. They look nice. I like the black and white contrast. They look sleek. They look a little bit different. And then you want to have something that's kind of scary and it fits with the whole night theme. What is wrong with that? It doesn't make any sense to me, but I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think that it was appropriate for this law firm in Nyack, New York to have the black pumpkins outside of their establishment? If you think so, please let me know why in the comments below. Or was it inappropriate? Are you offended? Are you going to be able to sleep at night knowing that these people, these mean, evil, hateful people had these black pumpkins outside of their establishment with the white eyes and mouth cut out to offend every black person that walked across their path? Is that what's going on? I think there are more important things to be concerned about in the world rather than the color of a pumpkin. But whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I gotta say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.
They are pumpkins, black pumpkins, idiots. That's all there is.